If you're fed up with having to create manual credit interactions or you're struggling to keep up to date with chasing your customers when they're overdue, why not try using the new automated overdue functionality in Clever Credit? With flexibility on creating issued reminders, interactions and to-dos for overdue ledger entries, there's never been an easier way to stay on track. To start, let's open the reminder terms in Business Central, create a new code and enter a description. We'll need to apply this code to your customers later. Once this is done, navigate to the overdue level setup list. Here we can define our overdue levels along with what action we want to automate. Create a code and description for this page. If you want to apply these automated rules to specific customers, you have a couple of options. You can either populate the reminder terms code with the code you just created. This code can then be applied manually to the customer cards, ensuring only these customers are looked at for the overdue rules. If you leave this field blank, all customers will use this automation setup. Additionally, you can leave the reminder terms code blank and use the filters below to define who these apply to instead. Once you have done this, we now need to set up the automation rules in the line section below. Create your first overdue level by defining a level code. You'll have visibility of this code on pages such as the interaction and customer ledger entries, so use something that is clear and defines the level accurately. Add a description for the level. Now I need to define the date parameters for when something is overdue. In this example, my level 1 is for anything overdue between 1 and 7 days. If you want Business Central to create a credit interaction card for any entries overdue by this much, ensure you tick the Create Interaction box. Not having this ticked just means no interaction is required for this level. Now you need to define what description is assigned to the interaction when this is created, so select the option you'd like from the drop-down. If you also want a credit to do to be automatically created for overdue entries between these dates, tick the Create To Do option. Again, leaving this blank simply means no to-do will be created for this level. You can also specify a to-do date formula. In this example, I have specified 2D, which is 2 days, for some of my lines, which means my to-do will be dated 2 days after my interaction. This works in the same way as adding a next interaction date on the interaction card, where if using a future date, a to-do is created for you. This just confirms the date calculation in advance. Finally, if you want to create an issued reminder for this level of overdue entries, tick the Issue Reminder box. This means an issued reminder will always be created for entries overdue by the amount of days you have specified on the line. If you also have Clever Document Delivery installed, you can confirm if you want to send the issued reminder automatically too by ticking the Send Email box and confirming which doc type to use when the email is sent. Finally, add in any further overdue levels you wish to use, and once finalised, ensure you mark this page as active. If you're using the reminder terms code, ensure you assign this to your customer cards before proceeding to the next step. You'll find the field in the Payments Fast tab of the customer card. In order to automate these processes, Business Central uses job queues, so now we need to get that set up. Open the Credit Control Setup page and click onto the second job queue link in the General Fast tab. This will open up a job queue card that is already populated. You can simply edit the reoccurrence to confirm how often you want Business Central to check for overdue entries and apply these automated rules. Ensure the job queue is marked as ready. Now you can process your sales documents in exactly the same way as normal, including any of your existing Clever Credit setups such as credit holding orders. Except this time, once the documents are posted and the job queue has been ran, you'll notice the automated actions have occurred. From the customer ledger entry screen, let's check one of my overdue invoices. This invoice is overdue based on my level 3 overdue level setup, so you can see in the fact box that I have both an interaction card and a to-do created for this. Opening the interaction first, you'll see it's automatically applied to the entry. If I now open the to-do, you'll see exactly the same entry number. Notice also how my to-do is dated after my interaction date, based on my 2-day setup I had entered. We also have visibility of the levels on the customer ledger entries column, including the interaction card. Let's now check my issued reminder. Here you'll see it has been created for the overdue entry. While Clever Document Delivery is installed and you have set up these to send, the issued reminder will have also been emailed to the customer. And that is how we can automate Clever interactions, to-dos and issued reminders based on overdue levels within Clever Credit.